Architect Ochudo is in the house. So great to have you. And for those of you who are coming here for the first time, this is the first time we're actually having a guest lecturer in the house because I had to protest in the last class that I needed help. And she came to the rescue, like great women usually do. So you see our class, right? It's a modern class. Yeah. All right, are we ready? We're good? Okay, good. So my job this morning is just to give us an introduction, and then I will call Architect Ochudo up to do what she does. And I will now come back up much later to do my main lecture. Is that fine? So I have something on my mind. Before I start, I want to really appreciate everyone who is here. And we've been getting some tremendous feedbacks, amazing feedbacks. One of the feedbacks that I got some weeks ago was someone said that after the class, she was so pumped up, so many things on her head. The drive was so high, so intense. And when she got back home, she was trying to connect back with the energy to write out some action plans. And at that point, she couldn't really key into that very vibrating energy that she felt while she was here. So I said to her that I will promise you that in the next class, I will motivate every single person or encourage every single person that during the class, whatever you feel inspired to do, to become, write it down. Because you need to maximize the frequency of the energy in this house. All right? Whatever you're feeling here, you may not feel it in your bedroom. So right in this moment, if there's an idea on your mind, if there is something that you're inspired to do, to write, to become, to go, whatever it is on your mind, just write it down. Don't wait and say, when I get home, I will get to it. Just get to it right here. Does that make sense? All right. So there is a popular saying. There is a popular saying. And I'm sure you've heard it before. You either go big or you go home. Have you heard that before? You either go big or you go home. And when I think about this saying, it almost suggests to me that big is better. Right? You either go big or you go home. So, number one, it suggests to me that going big is better. Number two, it suggests to me that big is the only way to go. Because it says that you either go big or you go home. So number one, going big is better. Number two, going big is the only way to go. Number three, going home might be failing. So you either go big or you have failed. That's what they're saying. You either go big or you have failed. You either go big or you go home. So they're implying that going home is failing. Number four, they are probably suggesting to us that going home is not just failing, going home is bad. And the one that annoys me the most is that this is suggesting that going home is the only alternative to going big. Does that make any sense? Do you want me to say it again? So they say you either go big or you go home. And by saying that, they are suggesting that big is better, big is the only way to go, going home is failing, going home is bad, or going home is the only alternative of going big. But is it possible that you can either go big or go strong? Is it possible? Is it possible that a person can either go big or go strong? And is it possible that many people are going home because they are trying to go big? Now, let's not define what going home means. Whatever that implies, let's assume that they are right and going home is failing. Is it possible that many people are going home because they are trying too hard to go big? And is it possible that going home might be the path to becoming big? Follow me carefully. Because many times the path to greatness is failing. But they say you either go big or you go home. It's like there are just two options on the table. If you're not going big, you are failing. But what if going home is the way to going big? And going big, obviously, is not the only way to go. Going big sometimes is the last way to go. And this series has begun to teach us on the prospects of growth. And what we learned some weeks ago is that growth is enhanced structure, not increase in size. I have no problem with people going big. I have no issues with dreams going big. But I think that it is gross error to assume, to think, to believe that you either go big or you go home. Say build to last. Say, let me hear you. Build to last. So when you are set to go, be prepared to build to last. Whatever you want to do. You see, the reason why couples begin the first 4 months of their marriage in stress is because when they plan for their wedding, they try to go big or they go home. Many of them can't even find their home again because they went big. Nothing is as dangerous as a monumental failure. I'll say it again. Monuments can fail. That's what I'm saying. You know monuments? Yes. Monuments can fail. And when monuments fail, they become monumental failures. That is why it is manageable when a bungalow collapses. But when a skyscraper collapses, it's what? Monumental failure. So you can't impress me with a skyscraper. Show me your successful bungalows first. What are your little successes? There is a saying that I like so much, and it's in the Bible. And it was an instruction to study your word. And it ends by saying, you will make your ways prosperous and you will have good success. What that means is that there is bad success. And I didn't hear big success in that construct, but I hear good success. Sometimes small successes are the only good success you can have in a season. And many of you in this room don't even think you are a success because nothing big has happened in your life. That's an error. Success is achieving a desired goal within a reasonable time that aligns you with purpose. That's success. When you achieve a desired goal and it is achieved within a reasonable time and it aligns you with purpose, that is success. Let me break it down. Hi, this is not a success series, but let me break it down. If my desired goal within a reasonable time that aligns me with purpose is buying a bike. See, that's small, right? Is that small? Yes, it's small. I agree. But your desired goal is to buy a Ferrari. And that may even align you with purpose. And your timeline is 2 years, my timeline is 2 years. If in 2 years' time, I buy the bike, and in 2 years' time, he buys a Honda Accord, baby boy, which of us have succeeded? You see, but when you see his Honda Accord, you think you are a failure. Because you think that all you have is a bike. And he's able to achieve a car. But what he needed to align him with purpose was a Ferrari within the same timeline. So you were way ahead of him with your bike. And you are almost selling your bike for his Honda. Because you think that you either go home, go big, or you go home. Success is making progress. And progress is not defined only by speed. Progress is equally defined by direction. Progress is movement in the right direction with reasonable speed. Did you get that? And speed is not fast. Speed is distance covered in time. So there is fast speed and there's slow speed. So if you're moving at 100 kilometers per hour, that is your speed. And that is speed. If I'm moving at 10 kilometers per hour, that is my speed and that is speed. If you are driving fast in the right direction, you will just fail faster. If I'm driving slow in the right direction, I will get there eventually. So what is the way to go? The way to go is, number one, to go right. Go what? Go right. Number two is to go strong. Don't be strong in something that isn't right. However honorable that sounds, to be strong is still a failure if you are strong at the wrong thing. So the first way to go is to go right. And when you are done going right, you go strong. And when you are done going strong, you are permitted to go big. Does that make any sense? Thank you very much. So I'm done with my introduction.